Well, there you are. I
Yes.
see you in there. Hi.
Hi.
It's Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe, and we're here with our daily Reset for Success show. We love this show. It brightens our whole life almost every day. And we have a wonderful guest today. I've known Raylene, I'm going to say, what, about 5 or 6 years maybe?
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
met a long time ago and had kind of lost touch. And she went a different path and I went a different path. You know how it does with friends. And I called her or sent her an email or something, and she was delighted to come and join us on our show today. And of course, my co host over there is Marion LaSalle. Say hi, Marion.
Hi.
Hello. And Raylene, why don't you give us a little bit of a background on what you do?
Well, I am Ralene Berry, and I am an international speaker, an author, as well as a minister and life coach. I love just sharing and helping those and encouraging. I'm more of an encourager. I love just helping people reach their goals, reach their potentials, and everything that they're doing. So that's just a little bit about me.
Well, that's beautiful because our topic today is one Raylene chose the title for, which is just so perfect. So, what's our title, Raylene?
Never be afraid of a do-over. And so we're going to do a do-over and talk about that today.
Oh, I love it. We were chatting just before the show began about what she's going to talk about. And I was just, oh, yes, this is right down our alley, isn't it, Marion?
I love it. This show has opened up so many doors for so many people.
Mhm,
Resetting your life every day means different things for different people, but it's
mhm,
always about being positive, bringing in more prosperity, more health, more friends, more things that are. And I'm telling you, with this type of show, we can stay on top of it because some.
Oops, you're cutting out, Marion. We've lost you. You have frozen. Are you back? Nope, nope, nope. Marion's gone. We have this challenge. It's a technology thing.
mhm.
Sometimes our internet goes in and out. Are you back? Say something, Marion. Say,
I'm here. Are you
there you
there?
are. There you are. Okay, finish your sentence. We lost you. You know where
Well,
you
I
left?
was just explaining. I was just explaining how the Daily Reset show for me is helping stay on top of it to really get a grip on what it is that's important to me. And so I'm hearing from you, the audience. I'm hearing from the speakers that are the people that are coming into our community. I'm hearing that this is really helping. So I'm just grateful that Lady Lou found Raylene to join in the fun.
Yeah. It is fun because we were talking about the redo, and I said, "Well, what are we going to talk about?" So, Raylene, I'll let you go back through that. What are we going to talk about today? Because it's a fantastic topic.
Yeah, well, it was Steve Harvey who said, "You are never too old to reinvent yourself." Okay, and when I actually heard him say that a long time ago, I was going through some transitions. I had been through illness. I had been going through a divorce, and all of these things was like fear was really and killing me. And then I wanted to go back to school, and it's like, I'm too old for that, So it's like, and you put yourself, oh, I'm a woman, you can't do that. There's so many different things that we tell ourselves we can't do, but because of fear, and we're fearful of reinventing or starting all over again. And I had to start all over again. And so this topic is just like dear to my heart because I want to encourage people to never stop trying. I was a Girl Scout, and as a brownie, we used to get these little triangles called try its, and we used to encourage the kids to just try it, And so for me, that's what I like to do is to try something. If you fail, so what? Get back up and try it again. And so a do over is so important,
Oh,
and that's why I'm looking forward to talking about this subject.
yeah. Well, you're kind of, when you talk about this subject and I'm involved, I always have to bring up what my middle name is. And
What's
it's
that?
the initials MSU.
Uh-huh.
And most people go, huh? What initials? And it stands for make stuff up.
I love it. I love it.
Fun. I have been the candy lady in my years past in
Uh-huh.
sales. Then I was the aerial photograph lady selling aerial photographs to farmers and ranchers. And then I became the lady farmer when I moved up here to the country. And then I went to the master gardener class and became a master gardener. And now I am Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe.
Yeah.
I've been through some of those, and mine all started when my husband died, and I was only
Uh,
34.
uh-huh.
We have
Yeah.
to start over sometimes.
Yes, we do. And it's so interesting that you said after your husband died. I remember during my divorce, it was like I was scared. I was like, how do I do all the things that he did for me?
Yeah,
But it was like I had to learn how to be no longer the housewife, but the woman of the house,
yeah,
So it's like some of the things I had to do on my own, you know. I still can't fix a car, but I know how to hire somebody to fix a car. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we have to reinvent ourselves. A few years ago, I had a situation where they and we always talk about they said I could never work again. And so I kind of settled in that. Okay, I'll never work again. But I had to reinvent myself. I was an engineer, so I still had this background. And slowly but surely, I find myself now working, not just doing little things, but I find myself now as the director of technology for a school where I'm using the very gift that I had back there, but I reinvented myself at 45. So it's like, I didn't want to do it, but it was hard and it was difficult. But sometimes you have to do it. And I love your little topic there, because you said making stuff up. Sometimes we got to make some stuff up. Maybe I'll be a baker next.
certainly. Marion, tell us some of the things you have been in your lifetime. She's got a wonderful back.
Well, it's always been in technology. However, well, I shouldn't say always, because I was a truck driver at one time. but my real career started in technology. I owned a technology company. We did all the different things that people need in their business, like setting up their servers and things like that. And it was really boring for me because I'm not the Microsoft engineer. I'm the business person behind all that. So I finally got to the point where I thought, you know what, I need to do something more creative, because I love to create. So I started a web design company, and then I found that I would build websites for people, and then nothing would happen. Like they thought, I don't know, build it and they will come. Well, they didn't. So people got discouraged, and a year later, their website was gone. And I thought, oh, there's got to be better, So I started helping people with marketing. And then I found that they didn't want to pay somebody for marketing. So then I started training people on marketing, and that they were stumbling on the technology. They still weren't doing anything. So I thought, all right, I did a do-over, and I said, okay, now I'm going to teach people how to go around the problems of technology.
Okay.
So teaching software, teaching how to do things when something blocks their way, which it seems to always do, especially people that aren't really technical. You know what I mean? And business owners, Lou's pointing to herself. It's true. If you are stuck on technology, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? No. So I think I have done a lot of do-overs, but it's still in the same place that I feel comfortable, which is technology. I love all the new stuff that's coming out. Every day there's something new.
Yeah. Well, you and I will definitely be friends, Marion, because that's exactly what I'm doing. Taking technology and doing a whole lot of do-overs.
Beautiful. And helping other people do over.
Exactly, exactly. Sometimes you'll get people that are going through transitions in their lives and they don't have any idea what they're going to do. And the very way that you can do that is by looking where you are. What gifts do you have? I heard Marion say that she had this particular gift, but she used it to do something slightly different, but still in the same area. So a lot of times it's wrapped up in the gift that you already have. And you just have to look at it slightly different.
Take the bow off and look
Yes.
inside.
Yes.
Oh,
Offline we were talking about the boxes. We put ourselves in a box. When I first started in school being an engineer, I always thought that I was going to work for an engineering company. And I did. I worked for Lockheed Martin for several years. And I always thought that that was the only companies that I had to work for. But then over the years, I've worked for other companies. And now I'm working for a seminary. And it's totally opposite of working for a military company over here, but I'm still doing the same thing but different ways. So we got to be willing to step out of those boxes that we put ourselves in.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because right now, if you're watching this video a long time after we went live, you'll remember this. But right now, we're going through we're going through a situation where
Right.
everybody's trying to stay home.
Right.
Like we're trying to work from home, we're trying to, stay and our schools are closed down and businesses are closing and even the churches are closed. So
Yes.
now is the perfect opportunity for you to figure out how you can do more with the skills that you have, with the passions that you have in a different way.
Exactly. Exactly. I'll give a prime example for me. Like Marian mentioned about teaching. I mean, using technology. I never thought that there would be ways for me to earn other income, and now I'm teaching. I'm here in the United States, in Texas, teaching Chinese students English. Little old me, okay, but I'm using the technology, the skills that I have, my ability to speak, my ability to teach, and marrying all of those things together. And I just want to encourage people to find the things that you want to do. Right now many of us are going stir crazy in our homes. Can start a YouTube channel. Come
Not
on.
me. That's right.
Me either.
Yes.
Me either.
I love you, Ralene. I love you.
I will not. I
Oh
will
my
start a
God.
YouTube channel. I'm a crafty
Amen.
person. If you look around my office, I got all my craft tools.
Oh
I'm
my
going to
God,
make
that's
it work for
awesome.
me.
That's
I'm
awesome.
going to enjoy it. So find what you love and make it happen for you. Reinvent yourselves. Call yourself whatever. I'm an artist and I have no artistic ability, but I'm crafty. I'm crafty.
I
That's great.
tell
We have
yeah.
yes, Kent and Renee Miller are in the audience, and they're talking about how we are really good at putting our minds in a box.
Yes. Yes.
We've got to break out of that box.
Mhm.
And Kent and Renee are teachers as well. They have a YouTube channel, they have a Facebook, they have books, literal books that you can buy on Amazon, and they have a podcast, and they teach people a lot about getting out of the box. It's a little different than most people think about. It's just something that's mind-blowing if you look into what you can accomplish if you just step outside your box.
It's your box.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Renee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that they were authors and helping people with their books. I remember when I was writing my book, I had this vision, uh, you know, that my book was just gonna go on Amazon and just gonna sell.
Oh yeah.
That's not how it works. It's just gonna sell. It's gonna sell, and, and it just doesn't work like that. And I was like, who wants to hear my story? But the book has been the very tool to get me on certain stages, open up avenues to go to different countries. And, so the book is more of a calling card or a business card, not so much that Amazon book that I thought it was going to be. So if we step out of that box or our own heads of thinking, oh, I'm just going to go and my book is just going to sell. It's just everybody going to want to read it. People are reading it, but they're reading it for totally different reasons. And I'm enjoying that.
Well, Lady Lou, I'd love to hear a little bit more about how you're reinventing yourself because, not to like burst your bubble or anything, but Lady Lou is older than I am and she's proud of it. But she's not afraid to reinvent herself.
No.
What are you reinventing now, Lady Lou?
Well, I'm reinventing myself and along with you in this program.
Yes.
These shows that we do. We've never done this type of thing before together. I had a little program over there on the Baby Boomer Babe for a while, and I kind of lost interest in it. I was doing it by myself, and it's not nearly as much fun as doing it with a co-host and with guests.
Yes.
And it's a totally new ball game from what I thought I would be doing. And I love it. I love it. And we're going to branch out with this wonderful secret that we're holding so close. Ralene about it, but there's a secret we're going to reveal in next week, isn't it? We're going to reveal it. And
oh my God! If she can hold it in that long, I doubt it.
Well, can we blab, Marion, blab?
See?
I love her.
Not yet.
She is so ready. She is so ready.
They have to tune in. They have to tune in next week. Okay.
We have a whole program designed to bring this topic out to the world.
God, help me.
And I think Ralene's even going to be part of it.
We got to turn her mic off.
Mute.
But you know what we could do, Marion? Since we can have 6 people on this program, why don't we bring Ralene in back with us if she's available that day?
Oh, heck yeah.
I love it.
Right.
I love it.
Give me the details, Ralene.
I am loving you right now because you are dying to tell it.
I'm sorry. I'm one of those people that can't keep secrets.
And I know it. So I do. I have my finger on the mute button. Oh yes.
Get ready.
I won't do it, but it is exciting. We are just so thrilled to be included. We were invited out of the blue.
Yeah, this is something that I think is interesting for anybody that's watching and listening to us on our podcast, because if we can reinvent ourselves at this stage of our lives and be excited about it and to have, support, and we're even looking for sponsors because this is so big. We're not afraid. Okay. And I think that's the biggest fear in most people's lives is being afraid. The fear of being afraid. It can stop you in your tracks. If you're all alone, you don't have a partner, you don't have any support, you're afraid of the technology, there's a lot of different things that can keep you in that box. I'm saying don't let it. Ask for help. Reach out to the people that, in your community. Build your community. That's what Ralene is doing. Okay. Yes. She is building her community worldwide.
Yes. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It'll get bigger and better. And you're so right about the book. It's a calling card. It is. You're an author. You have credentials and credibility. And I've got books in me. I've got books in my computer that have been sleeping in there for years.
Yeah. Yeah. And isn't it, that is so cool. It's like, I laugh because for a long time I was speaker. I'm a speaker. A motivational speaker, whatever. And then one of the guys that was working for me, who was redesigning my website, reminded me, no, ma'am, you're an international speaker. And I love you making stuff up. I'm an international speaker. I've been to 7 countries speaking and preaching and doing everything. So I'm like, the thing is that, okay, there's a new title, so add your own titles. I'm not mad at you. Make it up. I'll call you whatever you want to call me. So so it's get out of that box, get out of your head, and call yourself what you want. If you're an author, if you only wrote a little bitty book,
It's a
so
book.
what? It's still a book. It's still a book. You're
Yeah.
an author. Step out of that and do what you need to do. And stop saying you're afraid of. I'm not a public speaker. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. If you open your mouth in front of a couple of people, you're a public speaker.
I
Call
got
yourself
something to
that.
show you.
Uh
I got
huh.
something. Yeah, this is fun because one day I was invited to go and have a booth at a conference, and I thought I need something to take with me, and I didn't want to take the time to write a book. A
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
So what I did was, I hope you'll be able to see this. It's called "How to Create Your Own Graphics." So it's
Look at that.
all I did is just a little. I printed it out at a local printer,
Uh huh.
and I just have these. It's PowerPoint, okay?
Uh huh.
Little PowerPoint, you know.
Wow.
And I sold it, I think, for like I don't know, $10 or something like that. And I sold out within a half a day.
Yeah.
I
So
I
it's a
just put what I had in my mind into a little book. I don't know, 10 pages maybe.
10 pages. But then here's the thing about that. You don't have to stop right there. Okay? That got your feet wet. That got you a little bit going. I love it. But then
I know.
well, you could make that even bigger. You never know. But sometimes we're so afraid of putting ourselves out there. I, I
Mhm.
I love journaling. I love Bible journaling. And so I did a Bible journaling event in the Philippines. And I ended up writing this book. That little book does more than this book here. I'll be really honest with you, because and it didn't take me much to create it. And I love that, Miriam. We gotta just stop, try it. If it doesn't work, try something else.
do it.
Yes.
Years and years and years ago, back when I was ready to reinvent myself back in my 40s, I came up with this little idea, and I've used it a time or two with different people. Put a piece of paper and split it, draw a line down the middle, and across the top, put things I love to do and things I'm not real great, but I do them because I
Yeah.
know how. And it might be your job, and you're not as happy with your job as you might be, but you got some things over here that you just dearly love.
Uh-huh.
Figure out what they are, write them down, because sometimes you don't even know they're there. And ask
Right.
somebody, ask a friend, a family member, what am I good at? I
Hmm.
did that one time, and you know what they told me? I'm good with people. Uh-huh.
Wow.
What's that going to do for me? Well, look what it's done for me.
Right.
I can talk to strangers.
Hmm.
My sister one time and I were at a hospital to visit my mother when she was ill. We were in the elevator coming down from whatever floor, and I started a conversation with a woman who was in the elevator.
Right.
And we just chit chatted all the way down, and then she went on her way, and my sister and I walked out of the elevator, and she looks at me, you talk to strangers in elevators? Oh, sure, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Why not? The grocery line, the bank. Start a conversation. You never know.
Okay, and this is so interesting because Lady Lou is right. You may not be able to figure it out yourself. So you could either hire a coach,
Hmm.
call a friend,
Hmm.
family member, a neighbor, and say, look, I need help trying to figure out what I'm good at. And because that's it, sometimes it's stuck in there. It's there and everybody else can see it, but you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to ask other people. That's why you need people in your life. I think that's how Lady Lou and I got to know each other,
Yes.
just because we weren't afraid to just talk to each other. Now I'm like her. I don't meet a stranger.
No.
Hi, how you doing? You don't meet a stranger.
Yeah, give that smile away, and you'll most likely get it back.
Exactly, exactly. And so, and then you ask people. I have some great people that are in my life that I can say, girl, what do you think about this? And they are like, well, if you do it, if you try it, I'm gonna follow you. And so that I just keep pushing. But sometimes you don't know. I love the whole folding out. The things I don't like to do, I don't do. I just don't do it. I just leave them alone, and try and perfect those things that I really love to do. And talking to people is one, teaching people is another one.
I
Yeah.
love training and teaching. Yeah, that's my
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
I love it. Helping people get over their humps. I'm what they call the go around queen.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
I find something that just, it's, I just go around it because
Yes.
it's so much easier.
Yeah.
I'll go
Well,
over it,
yeah.
around it,
So
under
that's
it,
something
through it.
our technology people, because we have that background. I mean, I always see a problem. That's another thing. People don't like that about me. I see that if you keep going this way, this is going to happen. But I'm always got a solution. Well, that might happen, but if we go this way, we can still get there. And shoot, I got a solution for you. And the question is, will you follow me?
Yeah, that's it. When you have the courage.
Yeah, to follow me. Mhm.
Yeah. I used to tell people to buck up.
She's had to tell me to buck up a few times. I'm very sensitive, Raylene. I have this, when God was handing out the talents and the issues and the stuff that we were going to have, when it came to sensitivity, he went, "Oh, sorry," and set me on my way anyway. Good luck with that.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
okay. But you know what? You can use that even to your good. Your sensitivity is something that means you're going to listen to other people. That means that you probably has this caring nature that still can be used in this
Oh yeah.
arena.
Oh yeah. It may hurt, but it's helpful.
It may hurt, but it's helpful. Exactly.
It is.
Exactly.
Wow. But Raylene, tell us how we can reach you and how our audience can reach you, because some of our audience will be listening to this on a podcast, so they won't get to see us and see
Okay.
the banners there that have your contact information. So why don't you tell us aloud what your contact information is?
Well, the best way to reach me is on ralenespeaks.com, and there is a contact information on my website or social media. I'm on every platform, from Facebook to Instagram to YouTube to LinkedIn, and all you got to do is look for Ralene Speaks, and you'll find me.
You better spell your name for those people listening.
Yeah, that's a good one. Ralene is Ralene, Berry, like the fruit. And if you look for ralenespeaks.com, and I'm also at Ralene Creates if you want to find some creativity and crafts and all of those things. Again, I'm reinventing myself.
Oh, it's so funny, Raylene. I used to work for Garden Ridge, just for us. It was a supportive role because my daughter needed support. She was working there and she talked me into it. But anyway, I digress. I ended up with a room full of crafting supplies, a whole room.
Oh, well, I ain't gonna laugh because I got a whole room right here.
I love it. I love it.
You just open up the closet behind me.
I made candles. I made soap. I made those liquid illusions for the flowers, look like they're in water. I mean, we just did it all.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah. It was so funny. My daughter asked me, I told my daughter I was going to ready start some new projects. And she says, "Mom, what haven't you tried?" I'm going to try it. I mean, what can I do? I start all over again if it doesn't work, so what? I may be out a couple $100, maybe $1,000, but I'm going to spend that somewhere anyway. Why not try it? So
Exactly.
we're willing to try. So yes, I got everything up in here.
And here's a secret for some of you, not for everyone, but some of us are more shy, more introverted or introverted.
Yes.
Get a friend who's not shy.
Yes.
Team up with them. Now, Marion and I are both outer directed. We're extroverts, and I know you are too, Raylene.
Yes.
We don't meet strangers, but the introvert person is so shy and withdrawn, it's harder for them. But they can find a friend who is outer directed, or a coach who can teach them how to pull it out of them, because it's in there. And it's the matter of getting used to speaking and putting that energy out, because energy is tiring if you're not used to putting it out. I used to network and I'd come home exhausted because I was putting all this energy out. So get a friend who can help you or a
Yes.
coach.
Yeah, and that's why some of us that are more extroverts, we need to share some of our gifts. I mean, I have some friends that I'm always encouraging them to speak out and do this or whatever else. And so, yeah, partnering with someone is great. I know I'm not afraid to partner with someone in a heartbeat. So, yeah, we gotta try that. I love that, Lady Lou.
What did Lauren say? I missed it.
Lauren's just happy to be here. She's looking forward to getting to know you better, Raylene.
Awesome.
This half an hour just flew by, ladies.
Yes, it did.
You have to come back for sure.
I would look forward to it.
Yes.
I'm Marion LaSalle. This is my co-host, Lady Lou, and our guest today has been Ralene Berry. And we are very happy to have you in our audience. We look forward to interacting with you almost daily. So don't forget, we are here and we want to connect with you. This is the Daily Reset for Success, and we look forward to seeing you again. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
And don't forget to go out and create a fantastic day for yourself.
Make something up if you have to.